Welcome back everybody to another camping with Tony, Bernie from AB Camping. We're camping in Brucie, the Troopy, in a horrendous storm that's coming in. We've set up in the wet, we're going to sleep in there tonight. Come along, it's going to be fun. Good boy. Come, sit. Sit pretty. Go on then. Come on, Bernie. Lie down. Good boy. Lie down. Well, thanks again for coming on this one, everyone. An impromptu camp, middle of nowhere, beautiful spot, horrible weather. We've got really bad weather coming in. I've tried to tuck myself out of the wind as much as possible. Just over there, it's absolutely ripping through. We've got a lot of rain coming from now through to tonight, and tomorrow morning's meant to be biblical rain. And the wind is going to pick up. So the plan for this camp is to further test the Troopy, Brucie. I've made some changes. I'm going to run you through all of the changes that I made since the last video. We're going to eat some good food. We're hopefully going to get a decent night's sleep. And as you'll see, I've got a tarp. Back to old school AB camping with the tarp. Bernie is dry under here, but he'll go and lie out in the rain. Should be a good camp. But right now it's about 3 p.m. 3:30. So we're going to chill out. We'll have a coffee. We'll take Bernie for a walk in a bit. In the pouring rain, because he loves that. We'll go and have a look at the river. And then we'll hunker down. We've got to cook some dinner tonight. Probably going to cook in here. But right now I am dry. This is a great setup. Small tarp, 3 meters by 2 meters. That's all I need. I've got protection from the sides because of my barn doors, but basically it's all coming from that side. No rain is getting to me at all with the tarp like this. Completely protected. Any wind that's blowing is underneath. What a great setup. I've got all my room. I could just sit in here if I want, be even more comfortable. If it got really cold, it's about 10 Celsius now, but if it got really cold, I could sit in there, put the heating on, close the barn doors and just leave this tarp up like this. It's not going anywhere. And I've got all the water draining off this side. Right, we're gonna have our coffee and then we'll take Bernie for a walk. Isn't that right, Bernie? A walk. You wanna go for a walk? Yeah. Cheers, everybody. While there's a lull in the weather, let's take Bernie for a quick walk down to the river. Let's go, Bernie. Come on. So there's camp. Pretty epic. What do you think? Looks good, doesn't it? I think it's not bad. Right, let's walk. Come on. So we're in New Zealand, the South Island. It's May, which is autumn here. Got Bernie, the purebred border collie. Bernie, come on. What are you doing? Bernie, the purebred border collie. And we're in a beautiful location by the river. We're going to cut across. Come on, Bernie. Here. Come on. Up, up. Came here in Brucie, the Toyota Troopy. It's a 2007 Land Cruiser 78 series. In New Zealand, it was called a Toyota hardtop, Land Cruiser hardtop. In Australia, it's a workmate, and I don't think you can get it in the rest of the world. It's from Japan, made in Japan, but it's called a Troopy because it's a troop carrier. It was originally designed to take Japanese military into battle. Well, not into battle, but to war. What a beautiful spot, a beautiful stream. It's lovely. Bernie, are you going in? Go on then. Want some water? You can have a drink? What a stunning, stunning area. A lot of weather coming in. Up there you can see it's looking a bit grim. So the plan is, get ready for this storm to come in. We need to hunker down before it hits us. This way, Bernie. He's running like a gazelle. Come on. Come on. He's so fast. Got to hunker down for this storm that's coming in. I've had this rooftop tent open in some pretty serious weather. In the last couple of videos, last time I used this, I had the roof down because the weather was so bad. This time, we're gonna sleep in it with the roof tent up. And hopefully I get a decent night's sleep. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need earplugs though. So, we'll come back for hunkering down for the storm and cooking up some lovely food. You right, Bernie? You're warm now. It's almost Bernie's dinner time soon. Wow, it is really coming down out there. That's a lot of rain. But we're okay in here. Starting to get a bit chilly. And put the heating on. Start her up. And there we go, it's cranking. I'll show you all the other functions like the outdoor lights and the underfloor lighting later when it's dark. So that's going to start cranking. My diesel heater is in there, and these are the vents down here. Got two of them. It's going to be toasty, toasty warm in here soon, and it will dry all my gear out, which is what I need. And then I'll decide whether I close the back door or not. Right now, it's fine. But I do need to dry everything out, because I've got a wet dog in here. Right, it's now almost 6 p.m. I think it's time for Bernie's dinner. Bernie, do you want some dinner? So as I said before, Bernie is on a very special restricted diet because he has a very sensitive tummy. So it's very strict what he can go on. Fat-free diet is what he needs. Oh. It's just been so cozy, sitting here just chilling. It's been lovely, it really has. Come on then, Bernie. Come on, have your dinner, not your breakfast. Good boy. Lovely. So for our dinner, let me angle you down a bit, hold on. There we go. You see me? Good. For our dinner, it's something special. I've got an air fryer here. Now, I didn't realize the cable for this air fryer was so short, and I didn't bring an extension cable for it. It's 12-volt air fryer that I got dirt cheap. It's only 300 watts, and it needs an Anderson plug to work. And the only Anderson sockets I've got are here. So what I'm going to have to do, and it's quite a pain, because I don't want to put it on the floor, so I've got the box that usually goes here. That's what the camera is on now. I'm going to put the box here, put the air fryer on it, and cook like that. It'll do. It'll be fine. You know, this is, and I've had to point this out before, and some people just haven't really listened. This is not the final design of what I'm going to do in here. This is temporary. These boxes are temporary. When I'm done, and that we do a build in here and I've worked out what it is, these boxes, I'm going to take all these out and I'm going to install these at home. I just need to work out what I want in here first, how much space I need, etc, etc. So That's why you see these boxes and all my batteries and power bank and everything is exposed right now. Eventually, it's going to be neat, tidy, all hidden away. I'll still be able to use it as a utility vehicle, which I really need. So I need to be able to access quite a wide area here. And I need to be able to sleep down here in an emergency when the weather is really bad. And I need to have good storage here and maybe a little sink and a place to cook with the air fryer and stuff. Was that a nice dinner? Did you have a nice dinner? Good boy. Come and lie down. Come on. Good boy. You can stay here, Bernie. You gonna come and lie down, or are you going back on your bed? What are you gonna do? There you go. He's gonna lie down. Oh, you're gonna sit with me. Okay. So yeah. So I need to work out. Yes, I've got very big feet. I need to work out how I want this set up. I'll have a proper fridge installed, like a drawer fridge, everything. So I know some people are making comments about, oh, it's not very cozy. Oh, I expected something different. It's just temporary. It's okay. It's not ready. It seems I have to keep repeating this. But yeah, it's not ready. This is all temporary. I've not had the vehicle. I've only actually physically had ownership of the vehicle for 3 weeks. And I've already installed so many things. Come and lie down, Bernie. Come and lie down. Good boy. Lie down. Come on, lie down. Good boy. I mean, things I've done. I've put a gull wing window in. What's a gull wing window? It opens like this. Didn't have those, so I've had to put that in. Other things I've done a lot of rewiring. I've added external lighting, which I'll show you later. I've reorganized these drawers and bought different ones. Bernie, you finished it. Lots of stuff. I've done so many different things, okay? I will go through each item. Are you done? Can you come and lie down, please? On your bed. Let's see where he goes. He's comfy on the front seat. So the front seat, the passenger seat is big. And he's got a sheepskin on there and he likes lying on there. Today I drove in with him. He stayed in the back here, not on the front seat. I don't know which he prefers. Good boy. There you go. Okay, so I've got to work out, yeah, so what I'll do is I'll put the air fryer here and we'll cook up our dinner. And then I think we'll open the back door for that. I've got everything closed at the moment except this gull wing window. I've got a little fan running up the top here just to circulate the heat. It's piping hot in here, it really is. It's lovely. So I think we'll be doing dinner in about half an hour. Right, we're going to do this out here. I need to just turn this light down a bit. It's dimmable, or I might just turn it off altogether. I go into my app, and this is the back door light. I press and hold it, and turns it right down. Check it out. Not bad, huh? Now Bernie's out here. He's on the lead because he wanted to come out. He'll just lie down out here while I cook up here. So I might have to crop you in a bit just to see all this. But I wanted you to be out there to see it all. So, got my air fryer here. I need to heat it up first. I'm going to turn it all around so you can see it. Okay, so we'll crank that up to 180. We'll preheat it for about 10 minutes and then we'll be good. That's drawing almost 30 amps. Right, Bernie? You stay down there, good boy. And for dinner, I've got 2 pies, steak and cheese, and butter chicken from Dad's Pies in New Zealand. So they'll just go in the bags. You cook these in the bags, straight in here for 20 minutes. Easy. All right, I think we're ready to put the pies in. I'm doing it in this angle. Obviously I would have it facing me usually, but just so you can all see. So you just throw these in. It really is that simple. 20 minutes. And that's it. And I sit back and I wait for my dinner. A couple of pies. We've got some Tabasco sauce to have on them. To know me is to have Tabasco sauce with me. Honestly, really couldn't ask for anything else. Right, it just dinged. It's 20 minutes, so time for my pie cutlery. Right, so we've got 2 pies in here. They're going to be hot. So that used, I've now got 91% power left. I've got 400 amps of power here. So even after running that for over 20 minutes, I think I ran it 25 minutes because I let it warm up. I've still got 91% power left. Got tons of power. Now, would it have been better to use an inverter and a home machine? Probably, yeah, but just complications. I wanted to see if I could do all this without using home appliances and specifically use camping appliances. All right, let's have a look. Oh, hot. It's good, worked. So I'm sure in future I will have sorted this out so I can make it much better for you to see what's going on filming wise. Let me unplug that. But yeah, this cable is so short. I wanted to cook up here, but it's a teeny tiny cable. Look at this. I'm assuming they want you to use an extension cable, so I just wasn't prepared. Silly me. All right, these pies smell absolutely delicious. So we've got a steak and cheese. Oh yeah, it's bubbling. And a butter chicken. I think we'll do the steak and cheese second. I'm desperate to try this butter chicken. Wow. Oh yeah, it doesn't need anything else. It's got everything you need. It's got meat, sauce, pastry, everything you need. Perfect. Well, bon appetit, everybody. Let's go butter chicken first. Oh, I'm praying it's hot inside. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm. Oh. Mm. Oh. That's absolutely delicious. It feels like a camping meal. Mm. I tell you, I've used a lot of electronics on this channel to cook, and it's always been on an inverter. This is the first time I've used 12 volt to cook. I've got to say, I love it. Different to home appliances, more rugged, cute, looks good. And look at this thing. Well, I can't turn it around, but it's such a nice little device. Perfect for heating things up. For cooking, it's just going to be a little bit slower, but it uses a lot less power. And you can just use this if you've got Anderson socket, because it uses 30 amps, so it's on a 50 amp socket. But yeah, you just basically find a connection, plug it into a battery. You can use it anywhere. Don't need a fancy inverter. Zesty. All right, everybody. If you're wondering where Bernie is, he's under the camera, directly under the tripod, just looking out, watching what's going on because I've got the floodlights on. Bring you back after I've chowed this down. We'll have a hot chocolate and a cigar. Maybe a treat. Bon appetit, everybody. Butter chicken. Now we're going to do, I can't remember what it was, steak, mince, steak and cheese. Yum. Time for a hot chocolate and a cigar. Now, hello Bernie, hang on. Don't want you here when I've got the flame on. What are you doing? Wind out, Bernie. No. No, Bernie, no. Oh, that dinner was epic. I've been chilling out, but I'm gonna have the cigar, so I've got to sit up. No, Bernie, come and lie down. Come and lie down. There's a good boy. Somewhere. You settle. It's the Bernie show. Over here. Come on and lie down. Lie down. Good boy. It's because I'm talking. It's triggered him. So we'll have the cigar outside, obviously, for obvious reasons. We're having an Avalanche coffee hot chocolate. So thanks again everyone for coming on this trip. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. It feels like one of my old school videos, my originals. Just with less mistakes so far, I hope. But you never know. So what I need to do is, maybe I should have closed the door first. I've got some Walker's shortbread here. And I've got my cigar, Monte Cristo number 4. Walker's Scottish shortbread. Oh my goodness, it's so good. What do you think of my setup? Look at this. I mean, you can't hear it because I've got this on, but it's raining. It was absolutely chucking down earlier, and I'm sure it will chuck down again. But I'm actually looking forward to going inside and crawling up into the bed upstairs. I think that'll be nice. I love this chair. Here we go. I tell you, this truck is just amazing. It really is. Look at this. I've got space outside to just hang out. I'm going to close this, obvious reasons. Got my keys with me, don't worry. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. Now I don't know if you can see, but underneath it's lit up all the way around. I can change colours, but I've just got it sort of amber yellow at the moment. You know, I don't want to get wet here. Perfect. I've got a ton of room. Now, this is a small tarp, 2 meter by 3 meter. If I put a 4 meter by 3 meter tarp out, imagine how much more room I'd have out here. Tons. So maybe next time I'll bring a bigger tarp. But right now this is perfect. But it's not too windy, so hello my lovely. Bernie, you're not going to like this because I'm about to have a cigar. I know you like cigars, smoke. Bernie's very strange. He likes cigars. I don't know why. He has to come and have a sniff. But he actually likes them. So Monte Cristo number 4. Yeah, thanks for coming on this. I hope you're enjoying it. I am. Be careful, Bernie. That's hot. The Troopy is incredible. It's done a great job so far. I do have an issue with the roof tent, which I will show you at bedtime. It's the same issue I had with it in Alaska. And it's very strange. I don't know why. But I think it's either condensation or there's water coming in. One or the other. And I can't put my finger on it. It looks like it's seeping in. Now, I had this exact same problem in Alaska. Oh, that's nice. So I can see Bernie, he's got his light on. I've got my floodlight up here that I've set up. That's on the lighting that I can control dimmable. I showed you that earlier. So I can see out, no problem. I can see all around. This is great. This is, compared to my Ford Ranger, this is a superb setup. Just is. Really is. Because I know I'm going to sleep in there tonight. It's going to be lovely. My Ford Ranger, I'd be sitting out here, yes, with the tarp, yes, connected to it, but I still got to work out where I'm going to sleep. And that usually means having to sleep in a tent. And no one really wants to sleep in a tent compared to being able to sleep in a vehicle and be secure. You're going to see Bernie here at the corner. So what is there to talk about? Well, you know, thinking of this truck, it made me think, Bernie, oh, there you are. It made me think of how many vehicles I've had over the years. A lot. And I've had a few 4x4s as well. But it made me think, I was thinking the other day, what was my very first car, my very first vehicle? And it just reminded me of the story, one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me. But my very first car that my mum and dad bought me, and they bought it for the princely sum, I think it was £250, and I was 17 years old. It was a Ford Escort Mark II. And it was glorious. You know why it was glorious? Because it was awful. It was a rust bucket. I spent my whole time tinkering with it, working on it, fixing it. Most of the time it didn't want to start. Sometimes it did, and when it did, it was glorious. You know why? It was freedom. My first car was freedom, and I loved it. It was all mine. And what happened was, one very cold winter's day, I had to get up early to go to work, and I was working in the bakery at Tesco's, which had just opened in Ipswich, in Suffolk, in the UK. So got up, got in the car, and it would not start. It was too cold for it. It would not start. I tried everything. It wouldn't start. I was like, Dad. And it was a weekend. And it's a 20-mile drive. It was quite a long way. I said, Dad, I'm stuck. The car won't start. What do I do? He says, all right, son, don't worry. I'll drive you. Now, my dad was in the middle of this massive... He always used to have this massive mug of tea every morning. He wasn't a coffee drinker. He was a tea drinker. And he'd have this huge mug of tea. And it was a freezing day. But he's like, it's okay. He's just going to get in the car, quickly drive me to work, and then come home. But he said, right, Anthony, which is my name, can you carry my tea? Can you hold my tea? Just be careful, hold my tea. So I was like, okay. So we start off, and we live a few minutes from a very steep hill. That's when I was a kid. And my dad, bless him, who passed away a couple of years ago, we were driving and he got to the hill. And bear in mind, it was really cold. And he hit some black ice. And his car suddenly started swerving like this. So I'm holding his tea. I'm like, oh, it's going to spill and it's boiling hot. So I held it over my dad's lap. And it was spilling in his lap. He's like, ah! So he's trying to control the car, trying not to spin, and he's got boiling hot tea falling in his lap. So eventually he manages to get the car stopped, and he jumps out screaming, and he's got steam pouring off his crotch. And I'm in hysterics. I can't stop laughing. And then when I get home later that night, and I tell my mum, she's got tears running down her eyes. It's one of my favorite stories ever with my dad because it was so funny. I mean, he laughed later. He laughed. We used to talk about that story all the time. Come under here, Bernie. Come on, come and lie down because it's really chucking down now and you're getting dripped on. Come on. Lie down. Lie down. Right down. Right down, Bernie. Good boy. Oh, I miss him. I miss him every day. We were so close. But it just makes me think, first car. What was your first car? And do you have any funny stories or sad stories or whatever? Put them in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to read those because you saw me. Just those memories. You can't get them back. But man, it was superb. Crappy car. Hardly ever worked. Absolute pile of junk. And, you know, it's my dad's idea to get me that load of rubbish. And he's the one that ended up with half a pint of scalding hot tea on his crotch in the middle of winter. And he had to drive. He drove me all the way to work and back with this soaking wet crotch that must have got so cold. Bless him. Oh, I miss him so much. Cheers, Dad. And to everyone who's missing theirs. And to my mum, bless her as well. She was in tears when she heard the story. So yeah, what was your first car and what's any funny stories? In other news, Rory McIlroy won the Masters. 2 years on the trot. Unbelievable. The guy goes from the most infamous Masters choker to an absolute legend. What would we do without Rory McIlroy right now in golf? In sports? Just superb. Absolutely superb. I hope he wins other championships now, and I hope he wins another Masters. 3 in a row would be absolutely insane. What else? My football club, Ipswich Town Football Club, has been promoted in the UK to the Premier League, the top division. So last year it was relegated to the Championship, which is below, and this year it's been promoted back up. So I'm hoping this year they're better and they stay in the Premier League this time for good. Let's hope so. My wife is from Wrexham, and I don't know if you've ever seen the show Welcome to Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds. They missed out, very narrowly missed out on playoff position to be promoted. So we won that battle. And Formula One, Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes is crushing it. You can see that George Russell is so demoralized now. He's lost his mojo to Kimi. Good on him. I am now rooting for Kimi Antonelli. Seems like such a nice kid. Great car, obviously best car at the moment, but he deserves it. So we'll see. It would always be good if it went down to the wire, but he's walking away with it right now. And then they've got a whole load of rule changes that are absolutely ridiculous that I don't want to talk about again, but Formula One just isn't the same anymore. Gosh, this setup is good. Yeah, I think I need a bigger tarp. And I want to find a way to connect it safely and easily to the back of the truck. So thanks again everyone for coming. Thank you to all of our members on Buy Me a Coffee that have bought Bernie and Bolly treats. All the money on there goes to them for treats. And thank you to all our YouTube members who've joined the channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much. All our Patreon members and everyone who buys merch. Thank you so much. Love the merch shots. I love it when people write in and say we love the merch. Yeah, thank you everybody. And to all the super thanks. And then all of our subscribers and everyone who gives thumbs up, thank you so much. And everyone who writes comments. Not enough people write comments. They just watch the video and then move on. Don't do a thumbs up, don't do a comment. And I understand, because I do the same a lot of the time. But it is nice to sometimes see those. And I want to know, yep, so the first car, but I also want to know what you think about this. But bear in mind that obviously I'm going to be modifying this. I am going to be building it out properly, professionally inside. It will be lovely and cozy. But as a flexible utilitarian vehicle that can go anywhere with an incredible four-wheel drive system. And later you're going to see the house up the top where I'm going to be sleeping. Let me know what you think of the whole system, especially compared to my Ford Ranger, which I am selling. Which leads me on to Buddy. This has been a question I've got a lot, and a lot of comments about Buddy. Don't you dare get rid of Buddy, blah blah blah. I'm afraid we've made the decision that we're going to sell Buddy as well. Not straight away, we'll do the Ranger first. But I just can't justify having the vehicles anymore, and Buddy overlaps with this far too much. Buddy is very gutless. It's a tiny engine, it's very slow. Would cost a fortune to upgrade that engine. It is comfortable, it is lovely, but it's a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too cozy, a little bit too lovely for me. I need a little bit of roughness. Otherwise I just turn up and turn the heating on and that's it, I'm done. There's nothing to do. I like the challenge of this. Setting up a camp, setting up a tarp, popping the roof open. Am I going to even be able to sleep under there? Or do I have to do an emergency sleep downstairs? That sort of thing, and I like that. The goal is to make this as comfortable as Buddy is. So I am working on it and I will do it. But I can tell you this much, the bed upstairs is more comfortable than Buddy. Now, wow. You're seeing raindrops, by the way, because I've got the umbrella up and it's coming off the front of the umbrella. It's not that the tarp is leaking. It's just bouncing off the top of that. But holy moly. I'm going to leave this tarp up all night because I haven't had to touch it once. And I think it's absolutely fine. All right, everyone. I think I'll see you at bedtime. Right, it's bedtime. Time to crawl up into the rooftop tent. First, we're going to say night-night to Bernie. Night-night, Bernie. He came here all by himself and climbed on his little seat here. He's cozy and happy, aren't you? If he wants to, he can come and lie here, but I think he really likes that seat with his sheepskin. Right, so what we do is lower this down. And that's pretty much it. And then we climb up into here. Now, I've got a little contraption at the back here to a board that I need to fill this gap in for the hatch. And so I'll show you how we do that as well. Okay, so the biggest problem with these is that there's a hatch that you close like so. And then that's the whole of your bed, the whole length. Obviously the problem is then warm air can't get up into here. So what I've done is cut a piece of MDF, and that's what this is. This board, I've put some material on it, But before I show you that, look at this. Hang on. Can you see the watermarks? I hope you can. Let me try and get some light down here so you can see more clearly. But look at the watermarks. Look at that. So I don't know if that's rain. What is it? Condensation? I had this exact same problem in Alaska. It really annoyed me there as well. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'll work it out and report back. So, yeah, so I've got my board. So what I do is lift my board up, lift the hatch back up like so, and I drop my board down. And my board is on Velcro. And that's it. And it literally clicks into place here. So now I've got all that extra space to sleep. I'm not going to lose my pillow over the edge. And I've got heat coming up from downstairs through this gap, look. See? Coming up through here. Isn't that awesome? Why this design is the way it is, I have no idea. It's very odd. I've got a fan here in case I get too hot, but also to circulate the heat. I can put this fan on if I can ever work out how to do it. Here we go. Just put it on low, and that'll circulate the heat up and down and around. It's all good. Right, I'm going to get back into bed, or get into bed, and bring you back. Oh, right, all tucked in. So another change I made is these things. So what they did was, the way it comes is that these are, what they put on here is like a Velcro thing, which transmits water. So what happens is when you're breathing out and you've got condensation, because these behind here are rivets, they transmit the cold through and they all get soaked, all of them. And in Alaska, what was happening was they were all freezing. So I had loads of ice inside. What I've done is taken all those off and replaced them with rubber grip. These are meant to be used under chairs to stop them from sliding on the floor. So these are rubber, so non-permeable, so they won't freeze. So it's like an insulative layer. And then if I wanted to then Velcro, I could then stick Velcro on top of these instead. Again, I don't know what AliCab were thinking, but I fixed it myself. No more condensation. Right, everybody. Well, very chilled out, very relaxed. Think I'm going to have a good night's sleep. Might watch a bit more of my movie and then hit the sack. It's stopped raining for now. I think in the morning we got a lot of rain coming. So I'll bring you back for that. And unless something major happens in the middle of the night, I'll bring you back. Alright everyone, night night. Night Bernie. Night everybody. Morning everybody. It's 7:30. Oh, I had a good night's sleep. Man, it's pretty hot in here. Oh, I can hear Bernie. Alright, I've got to get up. Let's go down and see Bernie and let's have a cup of coffee. Oh, morning Bernie. Morning my lovely. Hello. Morning. Oh, morning. Let's say morning to everybody. Morning, morning my lovely. Morning my Bernie. Did you have a nice night? Oh, it's lovely and warm. You're toasty. Oh, it was a good night's sleep. Sorry, you're on a bit of a wonk. Oh, I need to let Bernie out, do his poo-poos, pee-pees. Need to get him some water. Although, you know what? He's going to go straight to a puddle and start drinking. And we need to get our coffee on. So, it's chucking with rain. It's been raining heavily pretty much all night. I've got a bit of condensation in here. Not too bad, but it's just a very, very wet night. What can you do? That's what it is. Not too much condensation on the windows, which I'm surprised about. Right, let's get a coffee on and let Bernie out. Right, I'm going to turn the heating off because, oh, it's boiling down here. Right, come on, Bernie, let's go out. Go on then. Let's go and see what we're dealing with out here. Well, the tarp held perfectly. Yep. Excellent. No pooling, nothing. Everything I put under here is dry, which is always a good sign. There's no leakage in the back. Got a bit of a mosh pit going on down here, but look at this. Oh, look at those hills. Isn't it just beautiful? Oh, it's a lovely temperature now out here. What is it? 13 Celsius. I've got my thermometer right there. So yeah, I've turned the heating off. Let's get some silence, get a coffee on, have some breakfast in this beautiful rain. Last night, there's some heavy rain. I think the fords are going to be pretty flooded when we go out, that we cross. Oh, and we've got to get Bernie his breakfast as well. Isn't that right, Bernie? You want your breakfast? Yep, you do. Okay. All right, let's give Bernie his breakfast. So I did turn the heating off last night, and then it got really cold and we started getting condensation. So I put it back on again, just low, which seems to do the trick. I was quite hot. I didn't have to wear anything in bed, but that's fine. Very tricky conditions with it being so wet. Condensation's always going to be a problem. Even in a camper van you get condensation. Right, come out here, Bernie. There you go. Go on then, good boy. Yum. Okay. Coffee. So I've got my MSR switch. It's quite handy just cooking off the back here. The guys who installed all this are going to build me a table that drops down, that's flat, that's flush. I had one that stuck out before and it was a bit of a pain. So flush, then I can cook off the back of that, be fine. So the plan today, have some breakfast. I've got some special pancakes, and then we'll head off. Got to pack all this down and we'll head off. Oh, it's quite handy, this thing, I tell you. You don't even need a chair. Especially with this step here or here. It's just such a great setup. Honestly, the tarp was no hassle, and once I've done it a few times, it'll be even quicker. If I have a bigger tarp, I've got even more space out here, but I could use a bit longer space, so just a slightly bigger tarp, or I could turn this tarp around and have it more out that way. We'll see. I'm quite liking this wall that I have here, so no rain can come in even if it's windy. So maybe just a slightly bigger tarp. Hey, Bernie. What you doing? Hey, puppy. You coming up? Hello. You're soaking. What a morning. Time for breakfast. We're going to do breakfast inside. Because it's simple. So what I've got are some individually wrapped Toscano French crepes. Chocolate hazelnut filled. So I guess what? It's like Nutella. You see that? I have to bring my face in to get the focus. There you go. So, nice and simple. I don't usually go for chocolatey things, but I saw these and I just thought, oh, you know what? A couple of those, I reckon 3 of these. So simple. Look simple. You just heat them up. I don't even think they need to be refrigerated, but I don't know why I had them in the refrigerator. Okay, my trusty pan. My pan is a bit warped, so it moves all over the place. Hang on, this thing's got legs. My MSR switch has legs for a pan. Ah, that's it. Okay, so we just need this on low. Because these are already cooked. What we've got to do is warm them up. So I've got the doors wide open, so there's not going to be any carbon monoxide issues here. One. So I think the plan with these is you don't have to heat them, but I'm sure it'd be much nicer warmed up thoroughly. So you don't want to re-cook them, you just want to lightly warm them up. So let's turn this right down. There we go. So this is what I love about this setup, is I can stand up. I've got tons of room to move around and cook. Look at the space. Oops. Look at it. If I was in a van right now, I wouldn't be able to stand up unless I was in something like Buddy, which is just massive. And I know Buddy is purpose built for that. And honestly, Buddy would suit a lot more people than this vehicle would. It just would. I think, especially if you're older, a female, 100% Buddy would be better for you, because it takes quite an effort to lift this roof tent up. You have to be fairly strong. It's a heavy piece of kit. There's more maintenance involved in this. Wiping things down, drying things. When you get home, you've got to open it up, let it air. With Buddy, with the camper van, there's no maintenance. Literally. You pull into camp, you open your roof vent, and you're done. You put your heating on and that's it. Comfy, cozy, lovely. But this is an expedition vehicle. It's not a camper van. That's what I'm trying to create here. An expedition vehicle. And when you understand that I want this thing to go to places that Buddy just cannot go. I want to do river crossings. I can't do that in Buddy. Extreme winds. It's dangerous to drive Buddy in anything over 70 kilometers an hour. That's not much. Things swerves, it could tip easily. So those are things I have to think about. This thing is a unit, an expedition unit, and that's what this is about. It's not meant to be exactly the same as Buddy, okay? And I know some people can't get their head around that, but trust me, expedition vehicle. I want to be able to drive this thing absolutely anywhere. Okay, how are we looking here? Oh yes, I can see the Nutella is warming now. I think they're already good. Let me just flip them all. And because it's got the Nutella spread in, oh yeah, they're done. Look at that. Oh, they smell fantastic. Because they've already got the Nutella spread in, I don't actually need to put any maple syrup on, nothing. Check it out. 3 lovely Toscano hazelnut chocolate filled crepes. Yum. Bon appetit, everybody. Oh yeah. When you hit the chocolate spread, oh, absolutely delicious. Very good choice. I had this gull wing window open that I installed all night like this. It's about 2-inch crack. Look, I mean, it's got airflow coming in here. It's lovely. I'm glad I did that. I've got a Velcro strap here just in case there was wind that pulled it. We would hold on to it. But it's worked very well. I like this. The only thing with this is, it's the way it comes. It's all or nothing. It will open all the way up or it closes all the way. You've got to adjust it with your own sort of strap. Small price to pay. Right, we need another coffee. And then we need to pack down. And I don't know if you can hear the rain out there, but it's coming down now. Right, I'm going to finish up, have a coffee, and then we'll pack down. Right, time to pack everything down. So what I'll do is I'll square it away in here first. So we'll close the gull wing. This has got to be locked from the outside to get the compression on. So I have to remember to do that. And it stops dust coming in, water, everything else. Everything else is secured. These are magnets, that's all good. This is all secured. Fridge is secured, strap. I'd love to hear ideas of what you think I should do with this space. I need to keep a full width of space available to sleep in, but also to put rubbish bags in, things like that. I don't think I want a bench unless it's partial way. I still want to be able to have a comfy chair. So have a think about that, everybody. Come up with some designs if you want and post them on Facebook. So yeah, I've got tons of space, tons of opportunity, but yeah, I need to work it out. All right, so what we've got up here is my cross bracing. This is the board that I made that bridges the gap. I've got this thing, which is kind of cool. It's a damp absorber. Now look, can you see that? That watermark? I don't think the camera picks it up. It's quite wet. Now, is it condensation or is it... That's wet. I don't know what it is. But it's only where it's single skin. Now, luckily, it all goes down into the Velcro and outside. It doesn't come inside at all. It sort of looks like it was designed to drain condensation away. But it's only on this single layer. These double layers, there's nothing. It's dry. Dry. That's dry, but it hasn't had it doesn't get the rain on it. Dry, but this back bit that's getting constant rain on is damp. Now, I had the exact thing in Alaska as well. I don't know about these single layer material. I just don't know what the issue is. This is my fan that I had running last night. My cross bracing that I can now take down. Not that I needed it, it wasn't windy. But the cross bracing just adds so much strength to the whole thing. It would be awesome if Alucab built this in to the system. Not just locks, but actual cross bracing. So you see it all sits neatly here, like that. Now what I have to do, don't really have a choice here because I need the air to escape when I close this. So I have to open that just to let the air gush out. We'll turn that upper light off and we're all good to go. Right. And these I extended, I think I said, I put longer hydraulic struts, gas struts on here so it sits more upright. Before it was coming to here. So I had less vertical room. Again, I don't know why they did that. I'm sure they could put longer struts here as well. In fact, I might try and find some just to be able to push this up just even more. Right, I need to put my raincoat on, put this away, and we'll pop this down and then we're ready to go outside and get rid of the tarp. Okay, it comes down and it's all good. You can't really see anything in here, but as long as your bed is fairly neat, I put the pillow down that end because it compresses easier, and then this whole thing will come down on top of here. This mattress, I'm going to change this mattress next time, put a wider one in. Yeah, light off, and then you pull this down from here, like so. Oops. And that's it. It's all done. That's pretty simple. Now, we just got to do the tarp. All done. Okay, let's get out of here. It's gross. Alright everybody, well thanks again for coming on this one. When we get onto the main road, Bernie's going in the back. He's just allowed up here on this little back road. Next time, hopefully see you on Mars for a really brutal test in a massive storm. But this one's been fun. Thanks again for coming. Oh, we've got another crossing here. What's this one like? Oh, there we go. Not as bad. So thanks again to all of our members, YouTube members, Buy Me a Coffee fans. Thank you so much for all the treats. For Bernie and Bolly, thank you so much. All our subscribers, all our super thanks. Everyone on the Facebook page and the Facebook group, Instagram and X. And thank you for everyone that writes comments. Don't forget, write the comment about the first car. Love to hear it. Also, any ideas you have for the layout in here, and if you can sketch some, post them on the Facebook page, on the fan group. That would be awesome. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll catch you again soon from Tony and Bernie from AB Camping. See you soon, everybody.